Hi everyone, so today I'm going to go over a few of the changes that was made to the schedule and to the assignment due dates. I'm also going to cover just a few reminders so that I can make sure that everybody's on the same page. Remember that you should always be going into the modules for that week, which should always be at your home page when you log into the course. So we're going to, next week will be week 10. So you will see that the materials required for that week are posted. So there is a video, instructional video on the types of feedback and what you should be focusing on when you're giving feedback to your peers. There's also a Word document that has the prompts for peer review. Those should be the prompts that you're looking at and considering when you give feedback to your peers, although you of course can comment on other aspects of the draft that you see fit. You'll see now that Project 3 is due July 10th. And so when you click on the assignment, you'll see that there's two components to it. A component where you provide peer review, and then a component where you look at the feedback you've received in order to help you think about how you're going to revise and what you've learned or what you still need to complete for the final draft. So the reflection component is not something that you have to turn in, but certainly should be questions that help you think through the next steps that you need to do in order to successfully submit the final draft for the peer review or for Project 3. Now everybody should be posting their drafts of Project 3 to the Project 3 peer review assignment folder by 8 a.m. And then everyone has until midnight of that day to provide feedback. That's because I'm assuming some people may be working or whatever it may be. But I cannot reiterate this enough. If you have not submitted your rough draft of Project 3 by 8 a.m., then it is not up to the peer who has been assigned to you to provide feedback to you. Okay, and then you will not receive points for your peer review assignment, which is 75 points. Okay, so there seems to be some confusion as to when it is that students should be submitting their peer review and how they should be able to access that peer review. So what will happen is once you've posted your rough draft of Project 3 and the Project 3 peer review assignment folder, there will be a generation, it will automatically be generated that you will have certain peers to review papers for. And so in the peer reviews, when you log in, it'll look differently than it does for me because I'm not the student. But when you log in, you should be able to access and provide feedback on the 3 peers that you've been assigned. Now you'll see right now there are students who have exclamation marks next to their paper or their names. That means they haven't submitted anything. That means that you wouldn't be able to access their draft and provide any feedback. But this individual has in fact submitted their paper because they submitted it last week when it was due. And you should be able to click on that individual's document, open it up. It'll be downloaded for you. And then what you'll do is you'll open it, enable editing, and then I suggest doing feedback similar to how I provide feedback for you, where you might highlight a particular section, you go into the review tab at the top, you click on new comment, and now I can say something like, great job here, blah, blah, blah. You can also, if you're not comfortable with or familiar with doing the review and new comment feature in Word, you certainly can also type a comment in a different text color and say, here I think you done a good job with. So there's a few ways that you can do that. All right. So once again, I want to remind you, you need to go in to the assignments folder once you've uploaded your rough draft of project 3 by 8 a.m., right? On the 10th. Then you'll go into the project 3 peer review folder. And then for you, you should be able to, when you click on the peer reviews or your name, you should be able to see who you'll see who you have been assigned to and whether or not the student has submitted a paper. Like I said, if a student has not submitted the paper by 8 a.m. and you log in and say it's 10 a.m. and they still haven't submitted something, it doesn't matter if they submitted at like 12 in the afternoon or if they submitted it by 8 at night. That is not your job to provide any feedback at that point. Once you do, click on the link of the peer that you've been assigned to, you should be able to open up their document. Remember, you must upload an attached Word docx document for anybody to access it. You cannot send in some type of Google Drive link because often most students don't allow that link to be accessible to anybody other than themselves, so they don't often share it with other people, and so no one can access it. So you must upload a docx link. And then you'll click on that document, and then you'll be able to go in and use the review new comment feature, or you can put in your comments in a different color font or whatever it may be. Please, if you have any questions about this process still, please email me or text me. This is kind of the last chance here. I've rearranged the course in order to kind of make sure everybody's up to speed, but you really need to make sure that you've got this process down before the peer reviews are due by 8 a.m. on the 10th. And it's worth 75 points now, so it's a pretty big deal. So let me know if you still have questions or you're confused. All right? Thanks.